I'm not a vampire, not an alien, I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings and welcome, I am the Twisted Goblin, and I'm here today to talk about the cancellation of the Acolyte, a TV series when announced sounds promising, about previously when the Sith was hiding. It seemed like also what we got was trash, very much fucking trash. We got something that was more than anything. First, I'm gonna give you my opinions because I tried watching it 2 episodes. Then I watched somebody recap the TV series because I'm not gonna watch the fucking trash out of that. There is a difference between good storytelling and bad storytelling, and this series had bad storytelling. There is good one, there has been in the past in my time, because there are some stuff that I can relate to. There is Resident Evil, the movies with Mila Jove. Oh, I cannot speak her last name. So there was the original Resident Evil movies that had, not very much stick to the source material at all. It created their own story, but I liked it. I liked the action in it. It was a good story, even though one of my favorite characters in that series was Wesker, and he was amazing, but had the weakest death of them all. It's like he died, came back, somehow back again, and then in the last fucking movie, he died because of an elevator crashing him, and he had a bomb and he had to hold on to it. That's the way he died. I'm like, seriously? That's how we're gonna kill Wesker? That's the fucking... He survived an explosion. He did this. He went out in a blaze of glory so many fucking times. And the last time we see him is fucking on an elevator. Also, he should have been way better. But besides that, I love the movie. I think that in the beginning and ending, great 7 movies or 6 movies, I forgot. 1 or the 2. I like it. There is a lot of Resident Evil fans that hate it, but the movies got me into wanting to see more of the game and seeing what Wesker was like there. So it got me into Resident Evil. And I like Resident Evil Village. I have liked a lot of what Resident Evil is. I like the story. It was an action-packed story. It was action about action. You never know if Alice is gonna lose her powers, and I love what they did. It was very much action-packed. It was not horrifying. It was not a thing, but it was an action-packed. People are like, "Oh, Resident Evil is more horror." Yeah, it's like sometimes it's action, sometimes it's not. And yes, the main characters from the games you don't see that much in the movies. What maybe is the reason that people don't like it as much, but I liked it. I liked what I see. I liked what they did with that. So I'm always open up for more entertainment than the original material that it came from. So when going into the Acolyte, I try to keep an open mind. I was like, okay, maybe it's not gonna be but it's gonna be decent, right? Okay, they fucking trash the whole Star Wars universe. I was like, oh, fucking shit. Oh my god. How can you... It's like, okay, they're gonna explain this, right? They're gonna fucking explain this, why this kind of thing. They have, in their own story, they have done trash about this, trashing about that. It's like, okay, I got a lightsaber. But I'm not using my lightsaber if it's only one necessary. Then you got the sister that could have been, done well. You have this sister Colts that could have been the Night Sisters, but she is like the one that directed. It's like, no, I'm gonna have they're all lesbian, creating their own. It's like literally trashing on Anakin Skywalker that came out of the Force. Like, no, we can do this. We can do this side. And then it's also mean like maybe Plagueis has something that's like, not only have you trashed the whole fucking story, it's like, okay, this guy should not be alive yet. Then you have Dark Plagueis, like, okay, we're gonna, like, you're trashing all over the fucking thing. From story, and in your own story, you have had this demonic of the guy, the villain being without a shirt, and then it's like, and the Jedi are easily oh, the whole Jedi are easily cancelled thing, getting away because of this Sith that cannot be a Sith, because this is the High Republic era where there is peace for thousands of years, but somehow we got the fucking Sith going on, and then we're like, oh, we're gonna lie against to Yoda. We're gonna not talking about this. We're gonna blame some other Jedi because he has emotions. Then also he cannot keep them alive from crashing into the thing because of two. Oh, he could have just do the Force and have pulled them too, but one has died, not died, but you know, somehow survived. Then it's like, oh my god, they were so trashing it. I wanted to give it a chance. I hope the final episode would be great. I didn't see it. I did see the recap, and from the recaps, oh my god, they're so terrible. I'm like, holy shit, I have never had a show I didn't finish. Every show I start, I'm like, okay, let's see it. The Flash. I didn't like The Flash at the end of seasons. The end the season, the last 3-4 seasons were suck, but I did able to watch them. I was able to still trying to watch it. They fucking trashed Godspeed so fucking horrible, but somehow I still managed to fucking watch that shit. I still managed to get out. I could not watch this shit. Acolyte was that bad that I could not even get to watch it. I mean, if somebody else likes it, great for them, but I'm glad it got cancelled. I'm celebrating on the top of my lungs half the fucking thing. I say this is a good thing for the Star Wars universe that it got cancelled, because they fucking trashed this shit. Not only that, if you thought the series was bad, and you're like, okay, they fucking trashed all over it. They make she made her own characters. She even Yoda has not, even though it's like Yoda should know what he is he is Yoda, and there's so much going on. But then it's like, oh my god, why are you making it? So I have seen the books. I have all the books. You know what Acolyte has done to me? Acolyte has made me wanna buy the Legends continuity, and because I'm watching Acolyte, I'm like, oh no, they're trashing on this. Oh, the only way this can be redeemed is by ignoring the fuck out of this and just trying to fill my head with the books, you know, fill my head reading all the books, reading the Legends continuity, because there. Did justice. Sure, there is like this character that Luke Skywalker married, and that one George Lucas didn't like. He didn't create him. He didn't like that as much, and I'm like, oh, too bad. But I like it. I feel like I really like that character. Oh, George Lucas doesn't like it. That's a little bit bad. It's so new, but it's still built on the top. Sure, George Lucas is not a big fan of Mara Jade. He doesn't like it so much. But it's still done right in the universe. It still connects very well to everything else. Even the Mandalorian has great connection to everything else. The Acolyte seems to have an agenda, but having lesbians there, mostly we know she had an agenda because she told us. Because you're a freaking white male. She's been in interviews very trashing on the Star Wars fan base, on saying how horrible that is. Like, go on, I'm doing my Star Wars thing, and if you don't like it, it's like the acting was iffy. The story was sucked because you are having somebody that has to train to become an Acolyte. This Darksider that should not be in Darksider alive and to begin with. It trashes on everything what came, and that's what I hate. They're not building on top of it. They're just doing. This is what the one thing I really hate about. And then you have so many actors. The first big actor dies eventually. Yoda comes in, Darth Plagueis comes as a creep, and even though he's powerful and I'm like, you could have them in the shadows and doing some stuff, but you cannot. Man, you literally call them Sith. You literally, like, that doesn't make any sense for the story that we have known. The Jedi died 1,000 years. Then you don't gonna tell Yoda, even though 20 of the Jedi died, something like that. 20 of the Jedi, and then the story that, you know, what happened when they were born sounded like something big. We find out somebody got possessed by one of those cult sisters, and it's like she wanted to have her own, and the thread is the story. And then it's like, I would have let my daughter go with you. You just turned into a fucking monster, trying to and destroying your own daughter for some reason. And then like, no, I was letting it go. Just show, man, it's not your fault, you know. I'm like, what the fuck? This was a horrible, horrible story from beginning, and I don't say this much. I'm very, very celebrating that this story is done. No, we're not getting a next season. No, this director is done. I don't want her any will, but I want her far away from Star Wars. I want her, you know, somewhere else, somewhere, because she has trashed it, and now we have the option to throw that away. I mean, Disney even is like has a story in stores, everything about the Acolyte deleted. Like, this was the lowest fucking point on our life. We're just gonna try because the story was very bad. And there is, of course, this was all my opinion. This is 11 minutes of my opinion. Now we're getting to the comments of the most of the time when you see it on the internet, YouTubers are like, I hate this, I don't like this. No, there is a lots of hate, but there is also some people are positive. I spoke to somebody a while ago that actually liked this and seems to be more reasonable, because I could also relate, like, Resident Evil. I like Resident Evil, not much fucking on the internet. It's one of the most hated things, but it got 7 movies, so it did something right. But what did right was because, you know, just like me, people have never seen Resident Evil, have never seen. So I have a feeling the people that have never played Resident Evil like the movie more. And that's why it got so big. Because in that time, games turning into movies was not a big thing. And so they did very much their own take and their own like character, and has some nods to the games. But I didn't know that back then, and I just liked Resident Evil. I just liked the movies. I just liked the action-packed movies. So it got me excited for the next movie. I was a big fan of that, of those action movies. And in the 2000s and early 90s, you have all those action-packed movies. So it makes sense that Resident Evil was also and did so well, because it's just more of that. Just Resident Evil fans are like, what the fuck is Chris? What the fuck is this character? What the fuck? Oh, we see Chris. Oh, it's for 10 seconds. Like, shit. I get your feelings. And that's also why I'm like, okay, this guy, I'm trying to see his point of view. He likes it. Don't know how you fucking can like it. It's fucking trash. It's so much bad stuff happening on this. But if you like it, you know, more power to you. I'm not gonna hate you for it. But I cannot see how you can like it. I'm glad it's fucking cancelled. I'm celebrating here, and you got this season. Oh, the only reason I'm like, yes, Firefly is like a fucking series that also got only 1 season. But Firefly was its own thing. Was its new thing when I'm coming back. Star Wars has been here since the 80s, 90s, 80s. It's been here a long time. It has a fandom, but it also doesn't help when you're have so big fandom and then some new director comes in, doesn't like Star Wars that much, sees the highlights of what Star Wars is and creates her own shit and doesn't build on anything, just trashes everything, because they're like, okay, no, even though, you know, they say it's like, we're gonna have a female, she's trying to get her agenda across, that she wants it to be the girl, she wants to be the woman that created Star Wars. That's pretty much what she wants to do. She wants to be the woman that created Star Wars in the first place. Like episode 1, Anakin Skywalker was born from the Force. What if we're going more back and that it's not true? That somebody else created or did already an Anakin thing, but to 2 girls. Not so powerful, but together they're powerful, because women, power of the women. And it's like, oh yeah, you're just a... And the way in interviews, you if you don't like this, if you don't, it's like, you're not... Also, like, she's been trashing the Star Wars universe a lot, making her more hated as all, and making this show even more hated than it was already. So it was very much unforgettable. One season, very forgettable, you know. One season of Star Wars, very forgettable. But then you got her in interviews trashing the Star Wars fandom, that Star Wars fans are toxic, even though you're freaking creating a show about it. But then there is also the comments. I almost forget the comments. It was reviewed bombed by people with nothing else to do with their free time than unnecessary hating on Star Wars content. This was not Star Wars content. This was a woman that sees some highlights in the Star Wars universe and wanted to create her own version of Star Wars. And, well, actually not even that. So what she did was trying to get a stamp on it, not having no idea where the story is getting or where to fucking like she had ideas, throws it at the wall, hoping something sticks, and having this weird relationship going on while you could explore some more other stuff. Like so much. It's not unnecessary hate. This season, the Acolyte sucked so much. The Mandalorian was good. The Mandalorian season 3 was better than this trash. The Mandalorian season 3 shirt was the weakest of the 3 seasons, but I still enjoyed it. I can see that because that still fits in with the Mandalorian. Sure, we got Kate. I don't like that the Mandalorian gets some of his highlights gone. Also, Boba Fett. Sure, Boba Fett is not the badass that he is in the comics and is in the... seems like he's gonna be in the movies. It's like he seems like, okay, he's gonna do, okay, it's not, oh, he has to be seen, no disintegration. Okay, I can see how badass he is. I can see it. And then they're like, oh, got like a Wonka, like a Wonka. I'm like, huh? Boba Fett's also cancelled, by the way. But I'm like, oh my god, that's so bad. But I hope Boba Fett still comes back in other shows, because Boba Fett is a very, very good character. Very, very, and even though the Boba Fett show was not that good, I still could able to finish watching that, even though it's one of my favorite characters of the Star Wars universe. And they're like, oh yeah, and I go, like, oh my god, you could do that. And even he says it in interviews. I'm like, he's more mysterious. He's more, like, he knows the character. Yeah, no, it's like he should be more badass, and I like that to give like the other character. I didn't like the mafia stuff. Then it's like so much family and so much Disney friendly throwing into it. You saw the hand of Disney being grabbed there, trying to make it Disney friendly. I hope, thanks to the Deadpool and the Wolverine movie that are rated, is possible for Disney. That Disney is like, oh, maybe we should try Star Wars R-rated. Here's a new Boba Fett movie, because we're gonna skip the TV show. Here's a Boba Fett movie. Like we're gonna throw it at a pile of Star Wars. The last time you saw Boba Fett was in Mandalorian, we're throwing that with the Acolyte in the trash. Never forgotten. The show, and we're giving you a Boba Fett movie with R-rated. That would be fucking lovely. I would fucking love that. Give me fucking that. Yes, I want that, please. Please give me more of that. You know, R-rated Star Wars. I would love to see that, man. Why can we not see that? Yeah, Star Wars was but so was Marvel, and Marvel has done R-rated thing, and I like Deadpool. I want this. I really want a Boba Fett R-rated movie because it would work so well. Why can Star Wars not get everything? Because Skeleton Crew, it seems like Goonies, and then seems cool. I saw the trailer of that, and I liked it. I'm seeing like, okay, kid friendly, sure, let's have that one, but also have R-rated stuff. You can have like give us Boba Fett R-rated. Then we dive into the Sith, Old Republic. Like there is a whole thing. You can do so much with R-rated across the board. Disney should be family friendly, but for the whole family. Here's something for the adults, here's something for the kids, that's how you're fucking family friendly. Then you have something for everybody. You should have everything in one box. You should have R-rated, you should have this, you should have that. I think that would do money, a lot of more money. Give you all money to be, you don't have to give it so much money. There are some people that can really do well with low price of money. I mean, there is so many. You given this show, the Acolyte had so much money and it's trash. This is also the reason it is trash as well. It had so much money. It had more money than God. It had more money than any freaking TV show ever, and it yet failed miserably because it had too much money that it didn't do shit. I have no idea where the fuck that money went. Because that's also why people trash this TV show. It's not only because of what we see on screen. It's also what we know. Lots of money got put into it. An agenda got put into it that we know. You know, some of the time it's like, oh, they do work. It's like, no, it's just a female character that's... no, it's just like, there are some characters very well done. That some people will still hate and some people still will say it's woke, but it's not. This was an agenda. This was pure fucking agenda about the director, and I don't want her any bad will. I just want her out of Star Wars forever. That's, you know. And on hate of Star Wars, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. I'm not saying it was amazing. Of course it isn't amazing, but it was not as bad. Yes, it was. And it didn't help the much money it got. Should be much better. I could make a better movie, and I'm not even a director. I could make a fucking better. If I could be a co-director. Like, okay, this is an idea. How do we execute it? And you got the main director. Like, oh, I get what you're feeling. So this is the way we can have your idea and we execute it. This is the like you get like your idea. And then you got the main director that knows how to direct this, one of your ideas, and then it's like you got this. This is what I could have been like the guy with some ideas and director that puts those ideas to work, and then I would create this beautiful art that would be great, would make much more money than this trash head. And I'm not even a director. I just know. My ideas could be very much good. I think a lot of us could make better fucking shows than this and not tackle our own fucking stuff in it. This seems like it does dots. She had concepts that she liked and the execution to those were very bad done. She had no direction of what the hell this was in. But anyway. Review and saying it was average fan review on IGN is a 4. I give it a 6. It's like it's 6, maybe no. I say it 0. I think it was a fucking 0. I don't see anything good about it, but that's I mean I never done that. I have seen what was it again? I saw this Ouija board shark, like a little ghost shark. That's on a budget of $200 or 300, I don't know, but that was very bad. That was somebody that just came out of a director's school, doesn't know shit about shit, and has a shark that's a ghost, and it was like awful, but it was still fun to watch somehow. It was very awful. The CGI to it was awful because, you know, they have never done a movie. I've seen better porn than this. This was so fucking terrible all over. It's like, why? Yeah, why would you think this is good? And I'm very much want shows to be good. I'm not some guy that That's I'm trying to see the best in everything. Every show I watch, I've seen the best. Boba Fett movie, Obi-Wan. I have seen some cool stuff that I'm like, yes, I like that stuff. Oh, I don't like that stuff. Why is Riva here? What the hell is Riva doing? Why does she survive the fucking lighting when she's a kid? That's so terrible. It's like, but I still watched it. I still like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I don't like her. I don't like her character. I don't want that character. But I can ignore it for the most part. I can ignore it and see the Obi-Wan. And I'm like, okay, I still want this to be thing. Just improve in it, and it's like I can see this, but this one I could not see. I could not see the light. I could not see the light in the darkness. I could not see anything lightful and great about this show. Then there is another comment that I want to tell. Excellent news. Maybe if Leslie focused on writing a good compelling story and pushing her agenda, people wouldn't have hated it so much. Never let anywhere near Star Wars again. So yes, she had a lot of agenda, and if you think she hadn't, you should see her interviews, because oh my god, some interviews of her are so terrible. She doesn't even like Star Wars. She wanted to do her own stuff. She know the IP is fucking famous, and she wanted to do her own stuff. That was even executed so badly. I don't know how she even got this job. Whew. This was very tough. Then there's also the sad it wasn't a good show. Sicko fans attacked the show because diversity of the actors. Like, diversity was never an issue. I mean, the diversity, she could have been this, she could have been that. It was more like the execution of that diversity. How we execute that diversity was terrible. You could have the Night Sisters, and you could have done having the Night Sisters break off. Like, you could have begin the show. Like, this is how you begin this. It's like the show begins with the Night Sisters fighting the other Night Sisters, and like we're gonna have maybe more powerful. We're gonna have by your rules. We're gonna create life. Like there is no life. There is part of life. And then it's like you started to see them collapsing to each other, trying to go, and then this explosion happens, and that's your intro, and then you see a ship moving. You see a ship moving in the background away from the planet, and that's how you begin. It's like, okay, these are the Night Sisters, but they broke off from the Night Sisters. They are like, that's how you begin a fucking movie, TV show like this. Certainly with a budget like high as this one, you should have done. It's like not sicko fans. These are actually, passionate fans that want the lore to be the lore, that have seen the books and want the books to stay a little bit, dedicated to that. They don't mind the diversity. Nobody's fucking minding the diversity, even though the power of one, the power of many was fucking stupid. And just like the Night Sisters are a thing. There are a fucking cult of only witch women, but they are not, that was not it. This was certainly not it. It just like feels like some also feels like some commenting on like, oh, I see it. Oh yes. Oh, it's a thing. Oh, cool, awesome. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm glad it is. I'm supporting this. It's like you're not even watching. Oh, but I'm supporting diversity. It's like, but why are you not watching it? It's like, it's diversity, and then the people that are watching it, and it's like, oh my god, that's so horrible. But it has diversity. It has diversity. Yes, woo. It has diversity. Oh my god, that's terrible. But it has diversity. It's like, no. It has to also have a good story. It can have so much diversity as it can if it's a good story. If you just put it in diversity for diversity's sakes, it's a terrible idea. You have to have diversity of a reason. You have to have diversity because it's a good story. If you can have diversity and a good story, everybody's gonna love it. Sure, there are still gonna be haters because there is always those extremists in every fucking fandom. In every fucking fandom, you're gonna have seen some extremists. And on the internet, those extremists, yes, they, you know, they're more highlighted and more out there than you see. But in this kind of thing, it's certainly not sycophants that hate on it, because it went to the point that they cancelled it. It went to the point that it was not worth money, and it had way too much money. Anyway, so on this point, yes, that's it. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I have talked about it for half a fucking hour, or half a freaking hour. I've been talking about how bad this show was. But I hope the future of Star Wars can still be saved, because I have a feeling after seeing that this is cancelled, there is still hope on the end of the tunnel. There is still some hope that the next Star Wars project could be good. If not great, it can be good, because it cannot get worse than this. Because this was a bad feeling all the way through. Leslie had done terrible. She is like this bad influence on the people, because this is not good. Sure, I'm a freaking 30 years old, so I'm a millennium. I am from the 90s. I have grown up of Star Wars. I have seen the prequels. And I have seen that people didn't like the prequels as much as they, but I'm grown up on the prequels. I like the prequels. Mostly I liked it because lots of lightsabers. And then you got, because I was one of the guys that's like, okay, here is the Star Wars universe. Oh my god! Here is the Star Wars, the prequel. Oh my god, I watched the prequel. I watched episode 1, Phantom Menace. I'm like, holy shit, I want to watch. Then the Clone Wars I watched actually first before I watched the Phantom Menace, but I heard the hype, but I was not hyped for it. Then I was at the Clone Wars, I bought that. I was like in a cassette, in Fiji 8, and all those big giant stuff. I watched that over and over and over till it broke. I watched that and I'm like, holy shit, I like this one. I watched the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones so much fucking time. And then I watched the first one, and then the third one came out. I had it on this a version from one of my father's friends. That's like, here is it before you even had it in theaters, because it was way later here in theaters. But it's like, okay, here it is. Like, holy shit, I can watch it before anybody else. Holy, that's what I thought, you know. But it isn't. But like, holy shit, I watched it. And I'm like, oh my god, this was fun. It was not best, but I'm like, holy shit. And then it becomes Darth Vader, and who the hell is Darth Vader? I have no idea, because I didn't know the fucking this was a prequel to something. I thought this was Star Wars. I thought this was the hype. I thought every time I saw the Emperor with his guards, I thought it was Star Trek. On that point, I had no knowledge. Internet was not that, you know, that famous around me. I didn't know the internet that much. There was almost no internet back then, but there was some, but I didn't have that. I had a PC for The Sims. That was about it. I didn't have much stuff before that, so I was very much in the dark about The New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back. I had no fucking idea. Then I found out those exist. There wasn't trilogy that came after the prequels. There was something that came out, so like, I was mind blown. Like, holy shit, this exists. This is a thing. No, this is a thing. Oh my god. So I freaking watched The New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, The Return of the Jedi. I was like, huh? This seems badly done. I didn't know this was from the 80s, the 90s. Like, I didn't know shit about that. I was like, this was just a continuation. They already existing. I don't know how they existing. Did they fucking secretly develop those movies after the third one? I didn't fucking know. I just watched them like, huh? Oh, I like Darth Vader. Oh, Boba Fett. That's the son of Jango Fett. Oh, cool. It's like, oh my god. I was like into this. I liked the story that it continued. I liked some part. I'm like, why is there not more Jedi? Why are there the lightsabers? I was very confused about that stuff, but I was still like, oh, liking it. And then I played Battlefront after those three. I played Battlefront a lot, like Star Wars. And I'm like, my fucking. After a while, I started, you know, realizing that those that I watched actually are from the 80s. That those movies came out way back. That's I'm watching prequels, not some. I was like, oh, now I get it. And then I've got more into Star Wars, and I was a big fan of it in my teenage years. Till after a while, I kind of started to drive myself so crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm burned out about Star Wars for a while, and I was like a lot of time. Now I'm a fan of Star Wars. It was actually till Star Wars: The Force Unleashed came out. Then I got back into Star Wars. Actually, like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed was the first game that I actually like. Sure, I played some Star Wars Battlefront, but I got burned down on it. Then Star Wars: The Force Unleashed came out. That was one I was back in Star Wars again. That I was like, oh, I want to see how. And then the internet existed enough that I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna watch game. I like Star Wars. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed was the one that got me into it again. And enough that I was like always keeping an eye on the Star Wars universe. So yes, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed is still my favorite thing about Star Wars universe at all. So I already wanted an overpowered Star Wars, and with the budget that Acolyte got, I think you could have made a Star Wars: The Force Unleashed movie. I think you have the fucking budget to make a Star Wars: Force Unleashed movie with that much money that you got for this TV series. That's how much money they had. And they had done a terrible job. You could have made Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. You could have made a version of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Imagine that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I'm already talking more than a half hour about the Acolyte. But I wanted to end it on a good note. And the good note is that there was the way that I came in Star Wars. The way that I kind of justify it, and I'm still reading the comics. And I love the videos that I saw on YouTube about the history. I played Star Wars Old Republic. That game, I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. That's a good Star Wars. That's a good prequel to everything. That's fucking amazing. You got also the Knights of the Royal Party. I was terrible at that game. I didn't even get past the sub. But there is a sub. There is so much good story out there. And they did a terrible job at this. Because this was also one of the scariest things about the Acolytes. Like, they're gonna trash what came before. They're gonna make Darth Plagueis being this stupid ass thing. Because she had another take on it than the thing. And it didn't make any sense for the character that we have known. It's like Boba Fett a lot. Like we don't like what they did with Boba Fett because the character we know was not this Disney friendly character, but they baked it Disney friendly. They destroyed the mystery about Boba Fett. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end it here. I'm sorry it's already 40 minutes long. I'm sorry you have to listen to this in the background in something. I'm very sorry, but I hope you still enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. Goodbye, good night.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.